Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Maxwell again. Sorry I ran out of time to show you how to actually get into Collaborate in that last video. So this will be a very brief video, and I just want to emphasize what you're going to do if you're coming to your first chat session. So some of you will be coming tonight if you've never taken an online campus course from Fairfax County and you've never used the Collaborate software. I'd like you to come at 9:30 if you can. It'll be a brief 5 to 10 minute session just to make sure that you can get in and use the tools that we'll use on a weekly basis. So what you'll do is this. You'll come in, go to the weekly chat link and recordings. You'll notice the first link is the one you're going to use for our weekly chats, but you'll also notice if you were to miss a session and you prearranged with me to miss that, what you would come down here to do is find the session that you missed. So for instance, if you were here next week or you missed next week, you'll pick the recording that I post here, and you'll be responsible for going through that, taking notes, going through what we did in class, and then people who are in class do a certain Google Doc and they answer a few questions, but anyone who misses must then give a kind of summary of what was talked about in class or the articles that we read in class, which we'll often do. So you'll have a step more to do if you miss our daily chats or our weekly chats. Remember, those are required, but if you prearrange with me, it is possible to miss one or two. So normally you'll come in and you'll click here where it says Mr. Maxwell's AP Economics class chats are here. And if you've never done this before, you'll be responsible for putting your first and last name in. That's me. And if it's the first time ever using this, you'll see, what am I using here? Chrome, or I think IE does the same thing. It will download a quick file down here, and you must click on this and install the Collaborate software. So I'm going to go ahead and do it while you're here. Excuse me. All right, hopefully that will open up here in a second. Once I've downloaded that, that will start a session for me. I may pause this video. Nope, here we go. Please note that it took me a few seconds there for anything to happen, so be patient. Wait a minute or so. This will take, especially the first time you do this, it will take a few moments. It is getting what it needs. The first time you do it, may have to download more software and install it, but this seems to be working for me, and I think I double-clicked, so I'm going to get rid of this. You'll see that it'll pop up here in just a minute. Pause the video for just a second because it also brings up this page. And what you want to do here is, when you first come in, it may have you as LAN or cable DSL. It helps to actually break this down to a slower speed at ISDN. We won't be streaming anything massive here, but this will make sure that we don't have any connectivity problems. So go ahead and click OK. And this is what our Collaborate screen will look like. I think it's having problems because I'm logged in twice. Just had to make that better for our screen here. And what will happen is you'll see me as the moderator usually, and you'll be here in the main room with your other classmates. And what you'll want to do is take a look here at under participants. There's a lot of different things. There's a microphone, there's a pen. Those are the ones you're going to use most often. Unfortunately, I have these disabled for myself right now because I didn't start this as the instructor, but that's okay. These will be available to you as you log in. There's also 4 buttons here that give you kind of instant feedback to me. I will frequently ask you questions, and you can answer a yes with a check mark or no with an X. I will also ask sometimes if you feel like we got something right there or not, and you'll see there's little emojis there or little icons you can use. If you want to ask me a question, you can always raise your hand, and if you have to run away for 20 seconds or something, you can always say that you're away, but please don't be away for very long. The thing that you'll want to do every time you run in or come into a session is go to Tools, Audio, and then your Audio Setup Wizard. This is going to check your headphones, and I'm not sure what's going to happen here since I'm already recording with this, but I'm going to go ahead and try. It allows you to try to, first of all, check your speakers and make sure you can hear things.
Welcome.
I don't know what happened there, but it says yes, it worked for me. Then you test your microphone. I'm testing my microphone, and you play it back.
I'm testing my.
And then you say yes. That way you know you're ready to be a full participant in class. You can hear and you can speak. Then generally, we will use a couple of the icons that are over here, and I don't know how to fix these quickly without having to stop the session, but there's a pen and there's also something called the text tool that we'll talk about in the first day of class, where instead of having to write something, you can draw a box over on the whiteboard and then type in an answer. We'll use that almost every week. So we'll play around with those a little bit in our first full session, but I want to make sure you know what Collaborate looks like. You can also Google and just look for examples of Collaborate sessions, and if you're nervous about the first day, but you really shouldn't be, you can take a look at some other things that are available on the internet. So that is it for now. I didn't mean to take 5 minutes, but it did take 5 minutes. I will see you on our first session either tonight at 9:30 or maybe next week from 8:15 to 9:15 on Wednesday. Have a great week.